This feels like magic, but really it's just baseball talk. There's tons of stories shared from the very popular book, Unreasonable Hospitality, but I'm rereading it and there's one that I have not heard highlighted and I want to share with you. It's one of my favorites because I talk a lot about microhospitality, which is the same as many of the concepts in this book. It's just the small moments collectively add up to a bigger, better experience. In this example, Will, the author, highlights that in the beginning of a meal and at the end of the meal, for a diner, time sort of slows down. You notice everything a bit more. When they seat a table, having something happen immediately to signal that you're being taken care of is important. He goes on to say that in a diner, you can just pour a glass of water, but in a fine dining restaurant, which is what he managed, you can't. One, because it's not appropriate to the experience that they're providing, but two, there's actually not even a server who sits you down. A person named the captain sits you down, gives you the menus, and gives you a little bit of an orientation as to what's going to happen. And by the time a waiter comes to ask for your water preference and then pour you the water, that slowed down time potentially becomes a problem. So to solve this, they used a trick from baseball where pitchers and catchers talk to each other in sign language. The solution was to speed up and to have that first care moment happen at a table. When the captain would seat a table and hand out the menus, he would ask what their water preference was. And as he was finishing orienting the table, behind his back, he would sign to a waiter their preference of water and if they wanted ice or not. So by the time that the captain was done and left the table, and many times while he was still there, a waiter would show up and pour whatever their water preferences were for the entire table. Not magic, just the most efficient way to communicate in the situation, which resulted in what felt like immediate care to the guest. That's microhospitality. Small, process-driven actions with a huge impact. If you haven't read the book, definitely pick it up. Thanks, Will, for all the insights.